it to the computer. So now we are going to study the Newton's law and do some exercise here. 12b, one of the example that we have, what acceleration is produced in a mass of 2 kilograms. Which is, how do you do it? Well, acceleration equals with, that's right, the sum of the force or the resultant force divided by 2 kilograms, which is the mass. 30 Newton divided by 2 kilograms, 15 Newton per kilogram, or another unit for it is 15 meter per second squared. Okay, what about number 13a? How do you do it? A block of mass 500 kg is put from rest on a horizontal frictionless bench by a steady force F and reaches speed of 8 meters per second in 2 seconds. In 2 seconds, calculate the accelerations. How do you do the accelerations? How can you calculate it? Well, you certainly can calculate using the resultant force divided by mass, but since we haven't known the resultant force yet, we just know the mass, so we cannot apply this. On the other hand, accelerations can also be calculated by using a formula which is its definitions itself, which is change of velocity in time. Change of velocity in time, or change of speed in time, is paired definitions, is just an acceleration. So the phenomenon of changing velocity in time is just an acceleration. So how do you calculate now the change of velocity? Sergio?
16.
How do you know 16?
Because 8 times 2 is 16.
No, be careful. The time is 2. The time is the denominator, which is 2 seconds here. And then read it very carefully. Can you read again? From?
Rest.
From rest. And then after 2 seconds, it reaches a speed of?
8 meters.
Yes. So what does it mean from rest? How big is the speed when something is called at rest? How big is the speed when something is called at rest? Sergio? Sergio? What does it mean something is resting?
It doesn't move.
You doesn't know? What does the word rest mean?
Sleeping.
Say, for instance, one of the possible answer for rest is sleeping, but rest in physics means that there is no motion. So what does it mean, the word no motion? Meaning the speed is, yes, no motion, meaning the speed is 0 meter per second, right? So at first it's meter per second. At the end, it is 8 meter per second. Meaning, what is the change of velocity for both of it? The change of velocity is 8 meter per second at the end. For how long will this changing velocity taking place? Well, this takes place for 2 seconds. Meaning, if you divide it, it has 4 meter per second in every second. The velocity changes in every second about 4 meter per second. Is it clear, brother?
Yes.
You can also write the unit to be meter per second squared. Got it? Now, having obtained that, we are ready to calculate the value of force. Well, This by definition force, the force here, the force that is the only force that you apply for this block to be pulled about is the only force. Therefore, this is also the resultant force. So this is also the resultant force. This is also the resultant force. Then you just apply Newton law number 2 that says that the resultant force equals with mass times accelerations. Okay. What is the mass here? The mass is
100.
So what should I write here? Is it 500 grams? Should I write here?
Yes.
No, be careful. What is the SI units of mass?
Kilogram.
Kilogram. 500 gram in kilogram. How do I write 500 gram in kilogram? Well, 0.5 kilogram. Am I right? Do you still remember the converting unit from kilogram, decagram? Do you still remember that?
Yes.
Well, I made a mistake, not decagram. First of all, you have kilogram, and then you have hectogram, decagram, and finally you have the gram, right? So if you have 1 kilogram, it will be like times 10 times 10 times 10, which is times 10 times 1000. If you have 2 kilogram, it is just like saying 2 times 1000. So you have 2000 gram. On the other hand, if you have now 500, oh, this is very thick. If you have 500 gram, it's just like 500 divided by 10, 10, 10. Why is it? Because you're going one step, you divide it by 10. If you go one step again, divided by 10. If you go one step again, then you have divisions by 10 3 times. So you divide 5,000 by, you divide 5,000 by 500 by 1,000. This is 0.5 kilogram. Is it clear, brother? So you have 0.5, yes? Times and accelerations. What is the accelerations again? In this case? 4 meter per second square. So what is the result, please?
2.
2. So the Newton you apply, this, so for instance, this is the car, the toy car that you want to, and then you apply a Newton force F in this case. Any questions? Any questions, Sergio?
No.
No. Okay. Now